We're going to start putting the burners back in. I'm going to start with the pilot burner because it's a lot easier to work around everything when you don't have all the other ones in the way. So I'm going to start by putting this one in. And you're going to have to line up the back. There's slots in the back. Line it up and then snap it down. Get it in the slot in the back and then pop it down on here. A lot of boilers, you actually pop the back up. You lift up on the back end of them, and then you can slide the whole thing forward off of the orifice of the manifold, and then you can pick them up out. And so most of them actually come up the back first, slide them forward, and then bring them out. These you actually pop up the front and you can slide them right out, which is pretty nice. But not many boilers work that way. So I get the pilot burner in, and then line up the holes for the pilot assembly, and then we're going to take the mounting screw and make sure that we have to make sure we have the grounding wire mounted on here, or we're not going to get spark and you won't have anything happen. Be very careful that you don't strip anything. This screw, when you put the pilot tube back onto the gas valve, be sure that that does not cross thread. That's a brass fitting going into an aluminum housing. Both of those are soft metals. You don't need to over tighten it. Just snug, and you'll know that once you've got it snug enough, the pilot tube won't spin in there. That's one good way to tell. Sometimes this is difficult lining these up, but again, be very careful we're not cross-threading. Want to make sure this is going in right. It may take some doing, may take some time. Sometimes I've had to actually pull these out so I can work with it a little better, which is what I'm going to have to do, and then we'll put it back in. So we'll get the pilot assembly on first, then being careful that we don't kink the 1/4-inch pilot tubing. So, boy, this is going to take some doing. It usually does. Just be patient, and we'll figure it out. So I've got to adjust the angle of the pilot tube. I'm going to get that and screw this in. Okay, so I've got the pilot tube, the pilot burner on with the pilot assembly connected, and now I'm just going to go ahead and start putting all the rest of them in. Doesn't really matter what order again. Line up that back slot and then pop it right down. I'm going to go through and do each one of these until they're all popped in, and then we'll be good to check things out.